In this tutorial, I'm going to take my Illustrator flat that I've created and I would like to color it. I have some colors set up here and I'm going to make a stacked colorway, meaning I'm going to show a few of the options, or all of the options rather, that this shirt would come in if this were a line sheet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the back of the shirt because I only have the front, and I'm going to use the front to create the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of this, I'm going to control or right click, and I'm going to group these together. This time, anytime I use my selection tool and click on any of the paths, the whole group is going to be selected, and this is helpful when you move things. So I'm going to hold down Option and drag this out. Holding down Option and dragging gives me another copy of whatever you're dragging. And then if I zero in here to the neckline, I am going to pick a few of the points in the collar using my direct selection tool. I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3 points, hold down Shift, grab this one and this one as well, this one and this one as well, and by using my arrow keys I can push this up into a back neckline, and then I'm going to grab this and I'm going to push that up and then fix that up. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to push that up to that seam where it belongs and then push this up here, and now I can grab my stitching and place it, and oops, fix up the curve like so. Go over here, do the same thing here, fix up the curve, and now you'll see that I have the back of the shirt. So the next thing I'm going to do is, with my direct selection tool again, I'm going to make 2 more copies of the front. So I'm going to hold down Option, grab one of the paths and drag it out, grab one of the paths and drag it out. Now I have 3 fronts sort of at a diagonal row, and I'm going to take the back here and drag it out to fit there. Now I'm going to start to color these. Now it looks a little weird now because you can see through everything, but once it starts getting colored, you're going to see the difference. I have 3 sets of colors here. I'm going to use 3 colors in each shirt. So shirt number 1 is going to be this colorway, 2 is that, and 3 is this. So to do this, I'm going to, again, use my selection tool, highlight the first shirt that I would like to color, and double click on one of the paths. And notice everything else outside of that group goes sort of dull, and now I can directly select from the closed paths within this group. So if I just click that, I have the sleeve. If I click this, I have the sleeve. And now if I use my eyedropper tool, I can pick that first color, my first colorway, and then you see that I have, it just colors in those sleeves. They're closed objects, remember. So now I'm going to click on this center of the shirt and hold down Shift and choose the neckline, and then I'm going to click the second color in my colorway. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to choose the top panel of the shirt and the bottom panel of the shirt, and I'm going to choose this bottom of the colorway and double click outside, and it brings me back to the normal view. Now I'm going to use my selection tool again, click on the path of the second shirt, double click on the path, everything else goes dull, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to choose the sleeve, hold down Shift, choose the other sleeve, and color that. Now I'm going to choose the middle and hold down Shift and choose the neckline and go with the second color. Now I'm going to choose the top panel and hold down Shift and the bottom and go with that bottom color. And double click out. Notice, since I've dragged these in order, that each shirt progressively covers the next. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Direct selection tool, click, highlight the group, double click on the paths, puts us into isolation mode. Choose the sleeve, the other sleeve, and I'm going to choose color 1. Now I'm going to choose the center and the collar. And this is just my weird random way. You can color these any way you want. And now I'm going to choose the bottom and hold down Shift and eek. What's happening? And this here, and color that third one. And now if I double click out of it, I have my 3 shirts in 3 different colorways, and I'm going to make the back shirt one of these colorways. It could be any one of them, but I usually do whatever is on the top, I stick with it. So I'm going to choose my selection tool again, highlight the group, double click, puts us into isolation mode, and then I'm going to choose the sleeves, Shift, hold down Shift, choose the other one, choose the color, and even if it's in isolation mode, you can choose the color while it's in the mode with the eyedropper tool. Then I'm going to choose the center, hold down Shift and the collar, and pick, oops, the center color here, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. Choose that top panel, hold down Shift, the bottom panel, I for the eyedropper tool, and choose that color there, and click out. And there you have. Now, if you want to, and I do, I want to have the back of my garment behind everything, so I'm going to choose that group again, right, or control click, go to arrange and send to back, and that puts that shirt in the back of that. And you might want to rearrange these slightly so that it doesn't look like those sleeves are coming out of the neckline, but you get the dream. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on view, show guides, pardon me, not guides, show grid, and I'm going to, using the rectangle tool, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors, and so I'm going to drag out 9 squares, and I'm going to fill them with my colors. And I would go in here and clean up the shape because I want them exactly the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, there is 8 because these gray colors repeat. So I'll start by throwing in the colors. And if you snap to grid, these things will, if you start to drag them, they'll stay right on that grid the way they're supposed to. Again, I would fix that up because it's not fantastic. But there it is. And then I can turn off my hide the grid. I can choose all of these and move them over in a line. And there you have the stacked colorway. I hope that helps.